Hi everyone, my name is Kathy and welcome to my channel. Today's video is going to be a small video about the Amphi Festival, both the bands that I saw and the things that I bought. So first things first, what is the Amphi Festival? Amphi Festival is a festival for electronic and more metal gothic music, so goth music in general. There is 3 different stages and 2 days of actual festival. There's also all sorts of other parties surrounding it. Now this year it was on the 28th and the 29th of July, and it is always in Köln in Germany, which is a 3-hour drive for me where I live. So what I did with my boyfriend is we left on Friday early in the day, so we were there early afternoon, and then we spent the day in Köln, and then Saturday and Sunday we went to the festival. And the day that I'm filming this is Monday, is the day that we came back, hence why I still have the bracelet on. I have to cut it off later because for work I cannot wear these types of bracelets, but this was actually the band that you got this year, so it is purple and it has Amphi Festival written on it, and these were the weekend tickets. The other ones had other colors. Now the Amphi Festival has 3 stages. You have the main stage, which is the open air one, which is the biggest one that can accommodate the most people. Then you have a second stage, which is indoor, which is called the theater stage, which has limited amount of people that can enter. And then you have a third stage, which is the orbit stage, which is actually on a boat, and the boat is usually located right next to the festival, but because the water level was so low of the river, the Rhine, they had to put the boat on the other side of the river, but there were like shuttle buses taking you to the boat and back to the festival site, and it took about 5 minutes with the shuttle bus, and you had one I think every 10 minutes, so it wasn't really a hassle. On the first day, day 1, Saturday, the first band we actually saw was XRX, and it was absolutely amazing, and there were a bunch of industrial dancers. I'm not sure if I got any of it actually well recorded, but there were a lot of people industrial dancing to that music, which was pretty fun. So yeah, here's a clip of it. The next band that we wanted to see was Q, but we didn't get inside on time. So the main problem with the theater stage is that it is a lot smaller than the stage that they used to have. So if you want to see a band in the theater stage that is rather popular, then you have to be there, I think, half an hour or an hour in advance, otherwise you cannot get in. So we did miss Q because of that reason, which is really unfortunate, but I think that we will have more chances to see them. The next band we saw in the theater stage, for which we were on time, fortunately, was Centhron. And I must say that I haven't had the opportunity to see Centhron yet, and it was absolutely amazing. It was extremely hot inside the theater stage. Like, when the people weren't dancing, it was quite okay because they had some sort of air conditioning going on, but once people started dancing, the heat just exploded. So I wasn't able to stay for the entire concert, but I did record a tiny bit.
We are Centhron, raise your fist. We are Centhron.
We saw Aesthetic Perfection on the main stage. For those of you who maybe know me a tiny bit, Aesthetic Perfection is one of my all-time favorite bands, and Daniel Graves delivered once again. He was playing with Joey Letts from Combi Christ and someone else from Combi Christ whose name I cannot remember right now from the top of my head. If I find it somewhere, I will include it here. But it was an amazing show. He played lots of new music as well as older songs, which I personally really enjoy. Again, here's a snippet.
It's so good to be back!
Wanted to see Funkervocht, but we didn't get inside the theater stage, and Assemblage 23 was cancelled and replaced by Suicide Commando, who played their vintage show. But again, there was such a huge line that we decided to not wait for an hour inside the blistering heat to see a concert that we have already seen, because we have seen Suicide Commando a bunch of times already. So we decided to go to the boat, to the Orbit stage, for one of my personal new favorite bands that I've been listening to a ton lately. It's a band called She Passed Away. The boat that had concerts on it was really cool inside, so it was really nice to be there while it was super hot outside. Also, the catering on the boat was different catering than on the normal festival, so you had different drinks and different types of food, and they had especially good cocktails. So we did stay onto the boat, onto the deck of the boat a little bit longer while the sun was going down, and then afterwards we went back to the hotel. So we didn't really go to any after parties. Also, it was super way too hot and we were just tired of the heat, so we went back to our hotel, which had air conditioning. And I must say, I'm pretty boring like this, but like, we went to bed early every day because we wanted to see bands and because it was just really too hot. We had spikes of 33 degrees, which is like insane for this area. Anyhow, on Sunday, the first band we went to see was Synthattack, and they were amazing. They were playing inside the theater stage, but because it was the first band, it wasn't filled all too much. It was absolutely awesome. And Synthattack also had two amazing dancers with them on stage, Sivana Black and one of her friends. Then we also saw a tiny bit of Neurotic Fish. Now I must say that I was quite disappointed by Neurotic Fish. I like their music on CD, but in real life I think the dude cannot sing. So I didn't really record anything, I believe, of Neurotic Fish because I didn't really like it or enjoy it very much. So we went around the market a few times during the time they were playing. It wasn't bad, but it was just not what I was expecting from it. Then we also wanted to go and see Grendel, but once again, same problem, the theater stage was full and we weren't able to get in unless queuing for over half an hour in the blistering sun. So no way that we were gonna do that, so instead we went to the beach. And I actually met It's Black Friday on the beach, and she's a super nice person. So if you see her somewhere, just go and say hi. She's one of the nicest people that I have met during the festival. And yeah, I hope she enjoyed meeting me too. And I didn't take any pictures with her because I felt she was just having a nice time, just relaxing and not being on camera, so I didn't ask for it either. She was just a really nice person to meet. Then after that we saw the bands that were playing on the main stage. One of them was Solar Fake, which I personally really enjoyed but forgot to film anything of because it was just so crowded where we were standing that I didn't have the space to really put my arms up and record a bit of it. The bands after that we saw were Agonoize, which was really loud. For some reason, I'm not sure what he did to his volume, but he put it on way higher. It was a really good show. Some weird aspects during the show, but I think that's normal for Agonoize. So here's a clip of it. It was time for some more metal. The band Oomph played, and if you've seen Oomph once, you know what their show is like. It's really fun, but I must admit that I know all of their popular songs and it's mostly what they play, but I didn't really discover anything new about them that I didn't know yet. So yeah, it was a nice show, but that was about it for me. To end the festival, there was End One, who were absolutely amazing. It was a very nice and very fun show. I tried to record a tiny bit of it, but the entire area that they were playing in was just filled to the rim with people, and we were kind of on the outside because it was so incredibly hot. So I tried to record. I'm not sure if it worked really well, but it was a really fun show to see. For my Amphi festival experience. I know I haven't really recorded a lot because I prefer enjoying my concert and actually living in the moment and just being at the festival. And I did have a really hard time with the heat. So on Saturday morning it was really cool and even rained on Saturday. So I used to have a kind of bolero vest with a hoodie thing on. But then it was really too hot, so we took it back to the hotel, and then I just walked around the rest of the day without anything on my arms. And even in the evening it was still 25 degrees at 11 at night, so it was really hot. And then on Sunday, the day before I'm recording this, I actually forgot to put on sunscreen on my shoulders. So my shoulder, especially this one, is a tiny bit sunburned. but it's okay. Like, I didn't really purposely stand in the sun for too long, and I just tried to stay hydrated, stay cool, etc. So yeah, if you are planning on going to the Amphi Festival, I could highly recommend it. And then for the haul part of this video, I actually purchased more than I was expecting to purchase because I didn't really need anything. The first thing I want to talk about is music, because I find buying music something very important, supporting the bands that you like. So this is why I have a bunch of CDs. I bought a bunch of compilation CDs. Extreme Zundenfall, I bought Awake the Machines Volume 4, Electro Storm number 8. What did I also get? Machineries of Joy Volume 3, Extreme Jensites Himmel something number 5. And then at the festival, of course, I bought a few CDs of the bands that were playing. So I got the album from She Passed Away that I personally like most. And my boyfriend also got this one on vinyl. It's the one that has Sonnery and has Rue on it, which are my two favorite songs by them. And then, of course, I had to get all 3 CDs of Synthattack because their show was just amazing and I cannot wait to listen more to them. Another band-related thing that I bought was a bag of She Passed Away, and the main reason we got this bag is because vinyls fit into it. For some of you who might know me personally or might know my boyfriend personally, he is a huge vinyl collector and a vinyl listener. So we had to find a sturdy bag to put vinyls in, and that's the main reason why we bought this canvas bag of She Passed Away. I do really like it, and I will use it for other things, like when I'm going to the gym or when I have to take parcels to the post office. This will be a very handy canvas bag to use. Then I also bought a brand new pair of colored contact lenses, this time with correction. I used to not buy them with correction, but then I would not be able to see what I was doing as well. So now I started buying them in my correction that I need. And I actually wore these on Sunday to the festival and it was so much easier. Now these are the blackout lenses in -1 correction, and these are 14 millimeters big. And I did get the business card of the company that actually sell these in Germany, and they also shipped to Belgium because the Color View supplier here in Belgium stopped, so I wasn't able to get any lenses anymore. So this is my way of getting back into wearing lenses. Then we have my savior for this festival. It was actually this fan, which was, I think, €6, which is not expensive at all for a fan, especially because it's wooden. But this really saved me during a lot of times of the festival. Just being able to fan a bit of cool air like I'm doing right now really helps, especially if you dance a lot like me. And it does look cool if you dance with a fan, I must say. But yeah, I really like this fan, and it's gonna be coming with me to a bunch of concerts. Next thing I got is something I would have never expected to buy, and this is actually perfume made of essential oils with patchouli. And I'm usually not a patchouli fan, but this one is with lemongrass. I'm not sure what the name is. It is called Bizarre Leidenschaft. I'm not sure what it should say or what it means, but this is from Perfume Noir, and they had a huge booth with all of their different perfumes. I was lucky enough to get there at a calm moment and just talk to the person who was selling the perfumes, because I am not into heavy smelling things. So most of those really heavy patchouli scents are not for me, but this one with lemongrass I really enjoy. It's a shame that you don't have like smell camera things, because this smells divine. Then another practical thing that I bought is this wallet. It's a wallet with crosses embossed in it. It's not real leather, it's fake leather, and I actually really needed a new wallet. This one has lots of space for cards and for like wallet things like my driver's license, etc. And also a coin purse in 2 parts, because I always have like random things in my coin compartment, like earplugs, spare parts of my piercings, so it's really handy that this has like a 2-part compartment for coins, etc., because I do really use it. I think this was 12 or 13 euros, which is a really good price for a pretty wallet, and I actually really needed a new one. Then I bought something that I really needed desperately because my new rocks had been cutting into my legs because my socks were not high enough. So I found these really cool socks that are by Killstar, and they have kitties on them, and the kitties actually have a symbol on their foreheads. These are knee-high socks, and surprisingly, because usually one size fits all socks do not fit me, these fit. So if you have a European size 43, these socks by Killstar will fit your feet, and they are about knee length on me. I cannot get them over my knees, but that's not necessary for me. But yeah, these are really cool socks. Then I found something that really surprised me. One of the shops, which was called Wonderland 13, had a sale rack. And on that sale rack, I suddenly saw a print of a brand that I really love, Lip Service. And I was looking through the items and suddenly I see this skirt, which is from the Cyber Sniper collection, a collection that I absolutely loved. But at the time that it came out, I wasn't fortunate enough to get everything that I wanted. Now, I had this skirt in a size large and it was a tiny bit too small for me. I even got it in a size extra large and it was just too short for me. And I'm not sure how they managed, but this is a XXL, so a double XL, and it fits perfectly. So I'm super happy I got this skirt. It was 40 euros, which is more or less the price it would have cost when it came out originally, but still I am super happy that I found it, and this has been like my top find of the entire festival. I didn't really want to spend a lot of money on clothing, but like this was so worth it. And then the final thing that I bought at the festival is this thing, and some of you might already know what it is. This is a hood by Agenz, which is a company that makes these hoods and all sorts of other more gothic cyber industrial stuff. And I'm gonna be putting it on in a moment, but I'm not sure if you can see, this has kind of a flocked print on it, which has a really nice destroyed effect, and then you can actually flip it inside out and have like the plain black cotton showing, and this is really awesome. I do not like wearing hats, I do not like wearing caps or anything in my hair. I do like wearing hoods, so this is just perfect not to be too hot while wearing a shirt with a hoodie or a sleeve thing with a hoodie like I have from Killstar. So this is just a hood. I'm gonna quickly put it on so you can see what it looks like. So this is what it looks like just on its own, plain and simple looking. You can also scrunch up the hood that it isn't as large and pointy, so you can just pull this inside and have it be less deep. I really love this, and you can actually wear it like this, so kind of like a backpack, but you can also cross these things, these straps that I have on it. You can wear it however you want, and I must say that I really enjoy these types of things. I find it really completes an outfit without being too much, and just to stay out of the sun, it was already very, very cool. So yeah, I'm really happy I got this. I think this one was 30 euros because it has the special print on the outside, but there were other prints and those were 25 euros if you just went for the plain black version. And if I can find it, I will be linking everything down below. And some of you might be wondering how expensive was the Amphi Festival. The Amphi Festival was 75 euros for the 2 days. In pre-sale is when I got my tickets, and they will start selling their tickets for next year already. The hotel that we stayed in was about 300 euros for 3 nights, which is kind of good. It was a budget hotel, but that's about the cost that you have to count if you want to stay in a hotel, if you want to go to a festival in Germany. Now they also have a camping site that you can use, but I'm not sure how expensive that one is. I just preferred staying at the hotel, and since I work a full-time job, I was able to afford it pretty easily. So if you're looking into going to the Amphi Festival, it's usually around 75 euros for the 2-day tickets. They are starting to announce the first names for next year as well, so we're probably going again next year, to be honest, because it's quite close to where we live. It's a really nice and chill festival, and it's just a lot of fun. Let me know in the comment section, have you been to any of the festivals this summer yet, or is there something you will be attending? I know there's still a bunch of festivals to come. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Give it a thumbs up if you did. Thank you for watching. Subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. I make new videos every week and I would love to have you for every single one of them, and I will see you soon. Bye!